He was murdered by his own brother, and yet death could not keep him. The desert remembers. Beneath the blackened sky of ancient Kemet, where the Nile coils like a serpent through gold and bone, there was once a king whose rule brought life from dust. His name was Osiris, and even the gods whispered it carefully. He was not merely a ruler of men, he was the keeper of secrets older than the stars. Osiris taught humanity the sacred rites, how to plant, how to harvest, how to bind chaos with law. Where he walked, the Nile overflowed in blessing. Where he spoke, the earth listened. But light casts long shadows, and in the shadow stood Set. Set, god of storms and violence, watched his brother with a smile carved from resentment. Osiris was beloved, worshipped, immortal in ways Set could never be. The people sang Osiris's name at dusk. They built temples in his honor. They called him Life-Giver. Set saw something else. He saw power, forbidden power. For Osiris possessed knowledge not meant for gods or men, knowledge of the Duat, the hidden realm beyond breath, the path souls walk after the final heartbeat. And Set wanted it. One night, beneath torchlight and false laughter, Set unveiled a gift, a magnificent chest crafted of cedar and gold, inlaid with lapis lazuli. It gleamed like a fallen star. A simple game, Set declared, eyes glinting. Whosoever fits perfectly inside this chest shall claim it. One by one, the guests lay inside, too tall, too short. Then Osiris stepped forward. He lay within the chest, and it embraced him as though it had been made for his very soul. The lid slammed shut. Iron spikes pierced the wood. Molten lead sealed his fate. And with a roar of triumph, Set cast the chest into the Nile. The river swallowed its king. Darkness. Silence. Drifting. The chest carried Osiris far from his kingdom, far from the world of breath, his body entombed, his spirit wandering the threshold between realms. But death had miscalculated, for Osiris knew the secret names of the underworld. He whispered them, and the Duat answered. Meanwhile, the goddess Isis, wife of Osiris, felt the tear in the fabric of the world. She searched tirelessly, crossing deserts and foreign lands, guided by visions and the language of stars. At last she found the chest lodged within the trunk of a great tamarisk tree. The tree had grown around it, protecting it, as though nature itself refused to surrender its king. She cut him free. But Set was watching. Mad with fury, Set seized Osiris's body and hacked it into 14 pieces, scattering them across Egypt. He believed this would end the legend. He was wrong. Piece by piece, Isis gathered her husband's remains, through marsh and mountain, through temple and tomb. She wept over every fragment, and with forbidden magic, magic older than Ra, she stitched him whole. But something had changed. Osiris did not return as he was. He rose, different. His skin had turned the color of fertile earth, green-black, the hue of decay and rebirth. His eyes held galaxies of silence. His breath no longer fogged the air. He had crossed beyond, and in doing so, he had claimed dominion over what lies after. Osiris did not reclaim his earthly throne. He chose a darker crown. He descended fully into the Duat, the underworld of shifting sands and rivers of fire, of gates guarded by serpents with blades for teeth. There, he built a throne of obsidian and bone. There, he became judge of the dead. In the Hall of Two Truths, beneath towering columns carved with the sins of humanity, souls trembled before him. Their hearts were placed upon golden scales. On the other side, Ma'at's feather, light as divine law. If the heart balanced, the soul passed into eternal peace, fields of endless harvest beneath gentle suns. If it did not, a creature waited. Ammit, devourer of the unworthy. And Osiris did not blink as she fed, for he was no longer a god of mercy alone. He was balance. He was inevitability. He was the silence after the scream. Set, watching from the world above, realized his fatal mistake. By killing Osiris, he had not destroyed him. He had made him eternal. For every mortal who dies must pass before Osiris. Every king, every conqueror, every tyrant, all kneel. But there is something darker still. It is said that Osiris guards knowledge hidden even from the living gods, secrets whispered by souls who have seen the architecture of reality crumble at the edge of oblivion. He knows what waits beyond the Duat. He knows what came before creation, and he does not speak of it, because some knowledge must remain buried. In the deepest chamber of the underworld, behind gates sealed with spells written in starlight, Osiris keeps a scroll no god dares open. It contains the final truth, the truth that death is not the end, nor is it the beginning. It is a doorway, and Osiris alone holds the key. So when the desert wind howls across forgotten tombs, when shadows stretch too long in dusk, when your heartbeat stutters in the silence of night, remember, there is a throne beneath your feet, a god who was murdered, yet reigns forever, a judge who sees through flesh into the weight of your soul, and when your time comes, you will stand before Osiris, and he will decide.